Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Gujarat on a two-day visit. He started day one from Badoja. Remember, this is his first visit to the home state after Operation Sindoor. Now, 26th of May also coincides with the first time he took oath as Prime Minister in 2014. He closed the Monday agenda with a roadshow in Ahmedabad. Apart from dedicating development projects to the nation, Prime Minister Modi also hit out at Pakistan for sponsoring terrorism. My colleague Aishwarya Jain gets more details.
Has been given a heroic welcome in Gujarat. This is for the very first time Prime Minister has come up to Gujarat. There you can see in the visual Prime Minister waving to thousands of people who have gathered to welcome Prime Minister, and it is Narendra Modi who is there in an open jeep and waving to thousands of people. It is Prime Minister Narendra Modi who is receiving a grand welcome after coming to Gujarat after successful Operation Sindoor, and it is a massive roadshow which is planned in Ahmedabad today this morning in Vadodara. As he landed, he was cheered on by thousands, including 30,000 women. At a rally in Dahod, Prime Minister praised the armed forces, stating that they were given a free hand during the anti-terror operations which destroyed 9 terror hubs. The family of Colonel Sofia Qureshi, a key part of Operation Sindoor, joined the rally, calling it a movement of pride as well. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also launched several major development projects worth rupees 82,000 crore, flagged off new trains and inaugurated a new locomotive plant. And there you can see mega hoardings of Operation Sindoor and the show of unity that entire country is together with the Prime Minister's leadership, and also with Indian Armed Forces have been placed across the different parts of Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar, and a large convoy now is passing by as Prime Minister is waving and completing his first day of his visit to the state of Gujarat. A rousing welcome is received by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. All around enthusiastic and energetic faces can be seen with Tiranga in their hands, and electrifying atmosphere here in Gujarat as Prime Minister concludes its first day of a two-day tour of Gujarat after Operation Sindoor. This is Aishwarya Jain for video journalist Sanjay Kaushik for NDTV in Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Listen in to what Prime Minister Modi said at the rally in Bhuj.
9 तारीख रात को हमारी कच्छ की सीमा पर भी ड्रोन आए, ड्रोन। उनको लगता था कि मोदी गुजरात का है तो जरा गुजरात में कमाल कर हुए मालूम नहीं है। जरा 71 को याद कीजिए, ये जो वीरांगना यहां आई थी ना, उन्होंने तुमके धूल चटा दी थी। ये माताएं बहनें उस समय 72 घंटे में रनवे तैयार कर दिया और हमने हमले फिर से चालू कर दिए थे।
Now, in an exclusive interview, Colonel Sofia Qureshi's family shares their pride and joy after her success in Operation Sindoor. The family has been celebrated as a symbol of national pride, and they've even joined Prime Minister Modi's roadshow in Gujarat, showcasing their connection to the nation's achievements. The Qureshi family expresses their gratitude and happiness as well as pride in their daughter's accomplishment. Here's an excerpt from the exclusive conversation.
Today was a very special day for you, Halima Qureshi. You all met the Prime Minister. Of course, he thanked you. But it's a rare, achievement of your daughter. As a proud family, the entire country is looking up to your daughter. What are your thoughts on that? आपको कैसा लगता है जब सब लोग आपकी बेटी के बारे में बात करता है, हलीमा कुरैशी जी?
ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है जो मेरी बेटी जो तारीफ कर रहे हैं सभी लोग, बहुत खुशी होती है। विकास हमारे देश में ऐसी लड़कियां और भी हों और कभी इसी तरह नाम को चढ़ा।
शाइना, आप बताइए कि क्या फैमिली का रिएक्शन था जब आप लोगों ने अपनी बहन को, आपके पेरेंट्स ने उनकी बेटी को टीवी पे देखा, पूरे ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में इफेक्टिवली कम्युनिकेट करते हुए, समझाते हुए कि क्या हुआ है ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में? क्या था फैमिली का रिएक्शन?
एक्चुअली हम लोगों को तो बिल्कुल भी पता ही नहीं था। इनफैक्ट हमने बात भी की थी डॉक्टर से
तो भी हमें पता नहीं था बिल्कुल भी उसने किस तरह से, ना तो जेस्चर था ना पॉस्चर था, कुछ लैंग्वेज में कभी कुछ था ही नहीं। वैसे भी आर्मी के प्रोटोकॉल होते हैं, मेरे पापा ने भी कभी मम्मी को ये सारी चीजें बताई नहीं है। और मुझे लगता है कि ये हम लोग ऑलरेडी, हमें पता नहीं होता है कि क्या होने वाला है, लेकिन सडनली जब मैं एक्चुअली बड़ौदा, उस दिन बड़ौदा थी और मैं मुंबई गई, वहां पे मुंबई पहुंची तो मुझे किसी ने फोन किया, मेरे कोई फ्रेंड ने, कि टीवी ऑन कर देख, तू कोई आ रहा है। तो मैं कहा नहीं, मैं टायर्ड हूँ, मैं रात भर सोई नहीं हूँ, तो मुझे सोने दो, थोड़ा टाइम बाद मैं उठती हूँ। तो बोलते नहीं टीवी तो ऑन कर। तो बहुत इंसिस्ट मुझे किया गया, तो मैंने सोचा होगा कुछ, चलो देखते हैं। मैंने जैसे टीवी ऑन की, टीवी ऑन करने के बाद मैंने देखा कि सोफिया जो है, कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी और विंग कमांडर मेघा सिंह जो है वो ब्रीफिंग कर रहे थे, और हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर, ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। तो ये एक बहुत ही ऑनर और एक प्राउड वाली फीलिंग थी कि मेरी सिस्टर जो है उस ऑपरेशन सिंदूर का पार्ट थी, और बहुत ही डिफरेंट लग रहा था कि चलो हमारी, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था, सच बोलूं आपको तो, कि मेरी सिस्टर तो मुझे दिख रही थी, साथ साथ में ये दिख रहा था कि हमारी कंट्री ने जो है, जो पहलगाम में किलिंग हुई थी, सिंदूरों को उजाड़ा गया था, उसका जो टेररिज्म का जो फियर फैला दिया था, उसका बदला इतने आराम से, इतने आसानी से जो है नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में लिया गया। ये बहुत ही तारीफ काबिल था। कोई कैजुअलिटी नहीं, कुछ नहीं हुआ, और रियली बहुत प्राउड वाली चीज है, ये बहुत प्राउड मूवमेंट है, जो बहुत कम लोगों को ये एहसास होता है, कम लोगों को ये चीजें मिलती हैं। जैसे मेरी सिस्टर के थ्रू हमें वो फीलिंग आई, बहुत डिफरेंट फीलिंग थी, बहुत प्राउड वाली फीलिंग है, जो मैं शब्दों में बयान नहीं कर सकती।
मैं अब एक दो सवाल हलीमा जी से भी पूछ लेती हूँ, शाइना, बिफोर आई कम बैक टू यू। ये साफ तौर पे हलीमा जी ये दिखेगा कि इसके बाद और महिलाएं और बच्चियां मोटिवेट होंगी कर्नल कुरैशी बनने के लिए। एक रहेगा कि मैं भी बनूं उनकी तरह। आपको लगता है?
मैं यही संदेश सबको दे रही हूँ कि जिस तरह से मैंने अपनी बेटियों को पढ़ाया, पढ़ाने के बाद में, और जब उनको लेडीज का भर्ती हुई तो वो बोली मुझे जाना है, वो पीएचडी कर रही थी, पीएचडी से आगे छोड़कर वो आर्मी में गई। तो मैं यही कहूँगी सभी को कि जो भी हैं उनकी माताएं, उनको बच्चों को पढ़ाएं लिखाएं, और वो भी अपनी बेटियों चाहे बेटे हों आर्मी में ज्वाइन कर।
आपको लगता है औरतों को हिम्मत मिलेगी?
बिल्कुल मिलेगी, औरतें कोई कमजोर नहीं है मर्दों से
जी, और आपकी बेटी ने तो करके दिखाया भी है
जी। अभी और भी हमारी बेटियां ऐसी जो है देश की, वो भी करेंगी इंशाल्लाह।
हलीमा जी, आपकी बेटी पूरे देश के लिए मिसाल है, देश की लड़कियों के लिए मिसाल है। आज जो उन्होंने पूरे ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में इतनी हिम्मत से और बुलंदी से उन्होंने जिस तरह से बातें रखी है, अगर कोई उनको क्रिटिसाइज करता है पॉलिटिकली, तो आपको क्या तकलीफ होती है? जिस तरह से जिस तरह से एक दो बयान आए थे।
मुझे तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, बोलने वाले बोलते रहते हैं, लेकिन जो उनकी हिम्मत है वो कोई उनके अपने तो हरा नहीं सकता है, और हम लोग कोई कमजोर नहीं हो सकते हैं, ना हमारी बेटी कमजोर हो सकती है। कुछ भी कोई बोलता रहे, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है।
Was she in communication with the entire family through the entire operation, or did the protocol demand that she should be?
No. Because of the protocol, there was no communication at all about any of the operations. हाँ, लेकिन अभी ये खत्म होने के बाद, just 1 or 2 days before, she called up कि भाई सब ठीक ठाक है, all is good, and that's it.
Meanwhile, India's all-party MP delegations are continuing with the global mission of presenting India's strong stance against terrorism. Now, the delegations have continued to expose Pakistan's true face of terror. The Ravi Shankar Prasad-led delegation is in France, Ms. Supriya Sule's delegation is in Qatar, and the Sanjay Jha delegation is in Seoul, South Korea. Meanwhile, Karni Moi-led delegation has arrived in Slovenia. Here's what Karni Moi said. Listen up.
Pakistan also has a well-deserved reputation as a haven for terrorists from across the world, with internationally proscribed terrorists enjoying impunity there. On May 7th, under Operation Sindoor, Indian forces attacked terror hideouts in Pakistan and their training centers with precision. India has now adopted a new posture on countering terrorism. The significant features of the new normal are that India will follow a zero-tolerance policy on terror attacks on India, that we will not accept any form of blackmail as cover for terrorism, and that India will not differentiate between terrorists and their sponsors. As far as Pakistan is concerned, our stand is that terror and talks cannot go together. Terror and trade cannot go together, and water and blood cannot flow together.
Consequently, Pakistan is diverting so many issues of their own internal problems. In order to survive, any political party who is coming to the power there, they are using this Kashmir issue as one of the issue. For that, they are to divert the thing. They are having the terrorist camps. They cannot face our Indian army. Therefore, it is high time. Then immediately, Modi ji perfectly reacted and smashed all the terrorist camps in Pakistan, which is the root cause for this kind of problem.
Meanwhile, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar met with an all-party consultative panel on international affairs to brief them on key issues, including cross-border terrorism, where he provided insights on India's stance and efforts to combat terrorism. On Operation Sindoor, details of the operation, such as the high-value targets, were shared. Developments on the ceasefire following the DGMO talks were also discussed as part of the meeting. The briefing essentially was aimed at keeping the MPs informed about the critical international and security matters. Now, the monsoon mayhem continues to wreak havoc across the country. In fact, a red alert has been issued for Mumbai, with some massive waterlogging leading to disruption of vehicular movement and daily life. Many low-lying areas in Kurla, Sheaf, Dadar and Parel were largely affected, with visuals showing vehicles moving through the waterlogged streets on Monday. Now, Mumbai has been experiencing heavy rainfall as the southwest monsoon continues to progress after making an early onset over Kerala. Now, the IMD has confirmed that the southwest monsoon has officially arrived in Maharashtra and is expected to advance to Mumbai and several other regions within the next 3 days. There are some political reactions coming in as the political blame game also starts. Listen in.
देखिए, एक उच्च स्तरीय बैठक हुई थी मुख्यमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में। उसमें एक तो हमारे जो राज्य शासन के सब लोग थे, दूसरी एक बैठक हुई थी डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट की, वो आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स, एनडीआरएफ, कोस्ट गार्ड सब थे। ये मानसून जो है 30-35 साल में पहली बार इतने जल्दी आ गया है। थोड़ा तो तकलीफ तो हुई है और ट्रांजिट कैंप का इंतजाम है। किसी को भी जहां अगर लगता है कुछ वहां जिधर आपत्ति आ सकती है, आपदा आ सकती है, उधर तुरंत उनको सुरक्षित जगह पर उनको उनका वहां पर शिफ्ट करना, इसके ऊपर भी ध्यान दे रहे। जहाँ लैंडस्लाइड प्रोन एरिया है, कई जगह विक्रोली में मैं खुद गया था वहां पर, तो कई वहां पर अभी तो दीवार नहीं बना सकते, लेकिन सेफ्टी नेट की तरह सेफ्टी नेट से रॉक बोल्टिंग के माध्यम से उसको भी हम प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। उसके ऊपर भी बीएमसी काम कर रही है।
जी, केंद्रात 10 वर्ष आहे, राज्यात 10 वर्ष आहे आणि आता पूर्णपणे सगळं काही यंत्रणा सीएम ऑफिस मधून चालते आणि नगर विकास खात्यातून चालते। ती कशी भ्रष्ट आहे आणि निकम्मी आहे हे आपल्याला दिसायला लागलेलं आहे। मुंबई विश्वास ठेवू शकत नाही भाजपवर, कारण जर ठेवला तर गोखले पुलाचे जसे हाल झाले होते किंवा अंधेरी सबवेचे झाले किंवा सगळे मुंबईत पाहतोय तसे हाल मुंबईचे होते। एकनाथ शिंदे हे खोटारडे आहेत, हे लोकांसमोर आलेलं आहे, कारण त्यांनी सांगितलं होतं 2 वर्षात रस्ते खड्डामुक्त करू। त्यांच्या खिशातले खड्डे भरलेले आहेत, पण मुंबईचे रस्ते खड्डेमुक्त झाले नाहीयेत।
My colleague Abhishek Avasti gets more details from the early morning situation in Dadar, which saw massive waterlogging.
Monsoon has hit the city of Mumbai, and yesterday it has hit the coast of Maharashtra, and that too 10 days in advance. And clearly, you know, it is raining since morning in Mumbai, and we are present here at Dadar Hindmata area, one of the prominent low-lying spot in the eastern suburbs. And you can clearly see, you know, this is an important road that connects Dadar to Parel, completely closed as precautionary measure. In fact, I would also like my cameraman to show you the other side of the road, wherein BMC officials are present on ground, making aware people not to bring their vehicles on road, in fact guarding the manholes over here. clearly, can see the waterlogging situation. The water on the roads have forced the roads to be completely shut from both the ends, from Dadar to the Parel area. And in fact, you can clearly see these officials of BMC present on ground with the signs and symbols and marking the manholes. And what is surprising is these are the important pumps. Towards my right are the important pumps of the BMC to drain out this water, but those are what we can understand unoperational at this given point of time, which is causing more trouble. And you can clearly see that bus over there, which is stuck in the water, and that could be one of the reasons the traffic has been diverted from this entire patch. Those shopkeepers who are removing water from their shops, it can be clearly visible because this water has entered their shop, and this is the situation over here in Dadar Hindmata, clearly exposing all the claims made by the BMC.
Now, legal trouble is brewing for actor Dina Morea after the Economic Offences Wing called the actor for a second round of questioning regarding the alleged corruption in the Methi River cleaning project. In fact, a fresh summons has been issued to the actor by the EOW officials. Sources also confirm that Morea has been asked to appear for questioning on Wednesday. Earlier on Monday, the EOW officials had interrogated the actor and his brother for several hours in connection to the prime accused in the case. Time for us to slip into a short commercial break. Lots more news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching NDTV 24/7, and a shocker has come from Bengaluru. This time, a 40-year-old woman named Lata was brutally murdered in a rented house on Dargah Road in Cotton Pit. Now, the incident is suspected to have occurred around 11 a.m. when she was alone at home. Preliminary investigation also suggests that the killers may have strangled her to death before looting gold jewelry and cash worth several lakhs from the house. Police also suspect the involvement of someone known to the family, is what we're learning. In fact, officials from the police also say that approximately 20 lakhs in cash and gold ornaments have been stolen from the house. Now, the investigation is ongoing and police are analyzing the CCTV footage as well as questioning known associates to identify and trace the accused. Now, tracking another South story very closely, in an embarrassment for the Tamil Nadu government, the contentious issue of the corruption in the TASMAC. Now, TASMAC is the state-run firm that controls the distribution of liquor in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court has ruled that there is something wrong in TASMAC, as it stayed a suspension of 3 whistleblowers. My colleague Sam Daniels put the case in context. Here, listen up.
The Madurai bench of the Madras High Court has stayed suspension of 3 employees of TASMAC, the state government's agency that sells liquor across the state. These members had allegedly gone to the media speaking about the irregularities and how authorities did not act despite their complaints. In a major embarrassment to the ruling DMK, the court also observed that there is something wrong in TASMAC department and the department has to realize its mistake. The court also observed that the concerns or complaints made by these employees have not been addressed by the government. This comes amid allegations by the Enforcement Directorate that there is a 1,000 crore scam in TASMAC. This also comes even as the Supreme Court has stayed the Enforcement Directorate's proceedings against TASMAC after both the TASMAC and the Tamil Nadu government moved the Supreme Court against the agency's searches at the TASMAC headquarters earlier in March. The ED alleges there are 3 levels of corruption. Liquor, it says, is being sold at a higher price between 10 and 30 rupees more than the MRP for every bottle. There is also corruption in transport of liquor. besides appointments and transfers of TASMAC employees. More importantly, it alleges nexus between bottle manufacturers and distilleries to generate huge amounts of unaccounted cash by inflating expenses and siphoning off this unaccounted cash. So far, the ruling DMK has denied these allegations, saying that already it has filed FIRs against erring officials and that investigation is underway. With regard to allegations regarding conspiracy between bottle manufacturers and distilleries, the government says that's well beyond its purview and the government has nothing to do about that. In Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV.
In a bizarre case, 4 prisoners in Jaipur who were out from the jail on medical grounds and at the SMS hospital for treatment made a short escape to spend time at hotels, have a party and even meet their relatives and friends. In some cases, even the wife and even a girlfriend. Now this has sent alarm bells ringing across the entire police establishment and raised questions as to how the prisoners managed to escape the system and head to the city hotels. Now the jail guards who were accompanying the prisoners and allowed this to happen have been arrested is what we are learning. This includes the 4 convicts as well as the 4 of the relatives who came to meet the convicts at the hotel where they were allegedly partying. Here's a full report. Take a look.
Four prisoners and 5 police personnel are now paying the price for a party outside the jail that went wrong. Rafiq, Bhavar Yadav, Ankit and Karan were taken to the SMS hospital for medical treatment on Saturday from the central jail. But from there, with the involvement of their police guards, they didn't get back to jail, where they are all serving sentences from sexual assault to fraud and even murder, but instead made their way to 2 city hotels where they had a party lasting up to 5 hours.
जो चालानी गार्ड थे वो, जो लोग मिलने आए थे वो, और जो भी इसमें अब तक शामिल लोग हमें नज़र आए हैं, 13 लोगों की गिरफ्तारी अब तक हो चुकी है। पुलिस में तो जो पूरी गार्ड ही हम गिरफ्तार कर चुके हैं। बाकी जो लोग हैं उसमें अस्पताल प्रशासन के लोग हैं निश्चित रूप से, जेल के भी लोग हैं, क्योंकि बिना जेल के कर्मचारियों की मिलीभगत के संभव नहीं है कि कोई बाहर से कुछ भी अंदर ले जा सके। तो हम दोनों ही पॉइंट्स पर डिटेल इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं।
One of the accused, Rafiq, went to a hotel in Jalupura where he met his wife and was given a mobile phone and some drugs. Rafiq is in jail over murder charges. The others, Ankit, Karan, charged with fraud, and Bhavar Yadav, charged with sexual assault, went to Hotel Bella Casa where they had a substantial breakfast and met with relatives at the hotel.
जेल में सिक्योरिटी सिस्टम को ब्रीच किया गया है, केवल इस पॉइंट पर नहीं कि वहाँ से आने के बाद में कैदी यहाँ वहाँ जा रहा है और जेल की मिलीभगत के बिना ये संभव नहीं है। इसके अलावा मेन पॉइंट ये है कि जो माल वो अंदर ले जाने की कोशिश करते हैं, बिना प्रॉपर चेकिंग के जेल में अंदर कोई नहीं जा सकता, और अगर उन्हें इस बात का पूरा आश्वासन था कि आप मोबाइल अंदर ला सकते हैं तो उसमें लोग इन्वॉल्व हैं, तभी ऐसा हो सकता है।
A total of 13 people have now been arrested. The 4 inmates who, instead of returning to jail, went for a party, the 5 guards from the jail who helped the prisoners, and the 4 relatives who met the prisoners at various hotels and paid their bills. With Sushant Parikh in Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
It's time for a short commercial break. Lots more news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned to NDTV 24/7.